Okay, so this is a story that we talked about briefly on yesterday's show, and that was how BSDNC decided not to air Morning Blow. So if you weren't here yesterday, this is what happened. So Monday, oh no, Mika and Joe weren't here. So MSNBC does not air Morning Blow, Morning Joe, after Trump assassination attempt. So what exactly happened? Mika, Joe, what happened? So MSNBC did not air its flagship morning show on Monday following the assassination attempt against former President Donald Trump over the weekend. Now, the long-running news and analysis program was not on air Monday morning as the network provided live continuous coverage of the aftermath of the shooting in Pennsylvania, which injured Trump and two others and killed one person at the campaign rally on Saturday. The assassination attempt on Trump came just days before he is expected to be officially nominated as a Republican candidate for president at the party's convention this week. And to be clear, yes, Donald Trump was in Milwaukee to a huge standing ovation of people. Given the gravity and the complexity of this unfolding story, NBC News Now, and MSNBC, have remained in rolling breaking news coverage since Saturday evening to do damage control. The network said in a statement Monday, as we continue to cover this story into the week, the networks will continue to simulcast, alternating between NBC News Now, and MSNBC reports. So there is one newsfeed covering this developing situation. Now, CNN, probably being salty and petty, reported Monday, citing a person familiar that the decision to not air Morning Blow after the shooting was made to avoid a scenario in which one of the show's stable of 24 plus guests might make an inappropriate comment on live television that could be used to assail the program and network as a whole. The spokesperson for MSNBC denied CNN's reporting when contacted by The Hill. So, Morning Blow is hosted by frequent Trump critics Joe Scarborough and Mika Brzezinski, who react to live news events and host discussions with prominent, progressive, air quote, and pundits. The show is reportedly a favorite program of President Joe Biden, who, of course, called in to do his senile rant. But if you ever want to see anybody being petty, if you ever want to see anybody with a rod up their wazoo, it's these two. Because they did their show today, and he seemed quite angry, upset, and he even threatened to maybe quit. Well, gee, Joe, I remember in 2016 when you were so excited for Trump. Hell, you were on your knees foaming at the mouth for the Trump train. I remember 2016, and I'm pretty sure all of you remember 2016 as well. Hell, I even remember in 2020 when, of course, when Bernie Sanders was at least winning, you had good old Donnie Deutsch on your show. Donnie douchebag, of course. And what exactly happened? Oh, that's right. When Bernie was looking like he was going to win, you had to correct good old Donnie because Donnie was saying, hey, if Bernie's the nominee, I'm going to vote for Trump. You quickly had to stop that. Why? But let's hear it from them. By the way, if this is not a loving couple, I don't know what is. Look at them. It says marital bliss right there.
I wanted to briefly talk to our friends and viewers that watch us every day and talk about what happened yesterday. We were told in no uncertain terms on Sunday evening that there was going to be one news feed across all NBC News channels yesterday. The Today Show would be Lester Holt, other people that you worked with on Sunday. And that was going to be one news feed across all NBC News channels, that we were going to stay as a network in breaking news mode throughout all day yesterday. That did not happen. We don't know why that didn't happen.
I can give a wild guess, and the guess is this. The fallout of people, prominent people. If you haven't seen the lackluster individual called Destiny, who is not in peak physical condition. When you have people like Jack Black, well, it wasn't Jack Black, it was actually one of his bandmates, and other unhinged people saying that they were hoping that something bad would happen to Trump. Let's face it, MSNBC has dealt with enough of the blowback, which it indicates that they don't trust Morning Blow, Joe or Mika, to be responsible. That's what it indicates to me. They're afraid you're going to say something. And with the way the entire political environment is turning out to be right now, it tells me, and should tell all of you, that they don't want to take the risk, because it's abundantly clear that Donald Trump is set to win the November election. I mean, after everything that's taken place, with the huge amount of support that Donald Trump has been getting, I'm willing to bet that MSNBC was afraid that Joe or Mika, or perhaps one of their panelists, would say something that would put the network in hot water.
Or team was not given a good answer as to why that didn't happen, but it didn't happen. We were also told it was going to happen throughout the day. And I guess after there was such a strong blowback about yesterday morning, I guess they changed their plans. And so those plans changed as well. So it didn't. We've talked about it off the air. We'll talk about it on the air, because we talk about everything on the air. We were very surprised. We were very disappointed. And if we had known that there wasn't going to be the one news feed from NBC News across all NBC News channels, Willie, we obviously would have been in yesterday morning.
Oh, yes, you would have been. But you weren't, because there was a knock on your door. Hey, yeah, listen, we don't trust you guys to really present the news. That's what MSNBC is saying. They don't trust you or your guests. They were afraid of some kind of potential blowback. And I'm willing to bet, because a lot of these corporate pundits, they like to play the game. I mean, if you ever want to see backstabbing, if you want to live in a world of vipers, work at MSNBC. It's not all, oh, we're all a family and we work together. No, there's a lot of politics there. And probably management didn't want to take the risk, because right now there's a huge momentum favoring Trump, and good old Morning Blow made it his bread and butter, just like Rachel Maddow, to, be anti-Trump. And right now, that's not too cash money for corporate media.
Yeah, I was here up early on Sunday morning with NBC's coverage. Savannah and I led the coverage on Sunday in the immediate aftermath, talking to eyewitnesses, talking to officials.
Side note, Mika, that's a horrible, horrible choice of dress wear for a Tuesday morning show. What are you doing, all orange? You trying to indicate you're a Trump supporter?
Officials about what happened. Obviously suited up and ready to go for yesterday morning on a big morning, and we're told that something else was going to be broadcast. So we are here today, going through a lot, catching up a little bit, but we want to be here for our audience, and we know you trust us, and we have ultimate respect.
Do you trust Morning Blow to give you the news? Type 1 for yes, Kit. And with such a shame they didn't go live Monday morning. Type 2. No, man, this is freaking hilarious. I don't trust them, and neither does MSNBC. Because this is your flagship morning show for Monday. When I got ready to do Monday's show yesterday, I was prepared, for a lot of people to tune in. And we had a lot of viewers and subscribers tune in for our morning show. It was one of our highest viewed live streams that we've done for the morning. Are you telling me that corporate media would miss out on that? Why would they do it? There's always a rhythm and a reason and a rhyme to why. I did 3 R's in a row. I love it. So why would you do it? They were probably afraid of something that the panelists or Mika or Joe would say. Corporate media doing the censorship on its pundits. Whoever knew that corporate media would actually do that?
Respect for you guys. So we are here today. I wish we'd been here yesterday.
Yeah, we all wish we would have been here yesterday. We still would like to figure out exactly why there wasn't that one news feed.
And I think the reason why is this show began and continues 17 years later on being the place where you can go to have the hard conversations in a civil way. And so it seemed like now more than ever is a time that we would like to be on. And I think our viewers agree with that. So we continue. We are 5 minutes past the top of the hour.
No, and let me just say,
Yeah, you cut her off. Divorce is imminent. By the way, Golden Monarch says, Kit, they're all bots malfunctioning, which is funny. Of course it's funny. And Roger Meadows, you know what? You're right. Because guess what, Morning Blow? All your viewers belong to me now. They belong to me. I'm the master vampire, man. The king is nuts. They all belong to me. Roger Meadows says, Kit, all those Morning Joe viewers came to get real news on Hard Lens Media, as they should indeed. And shame on them for not subscribing sooner. But hold on, let's just rewind that because I have to see Mika being cut off again.
It seemed like now more than ever is a time that we would like to be on. And I think our viewers agree with that. So we continue. We are 5 minutes past the top of the hour.
No, and let me just say,
Let me just say, Joe, you always do that. You always cut me off. Mika, blink twice if you need help.
next time we're told there's going to be a news feed replacing us, we will be in our
We'll
chairs.
be sitting here.
Yeah, and the news feed will be us, or they can get
We'll
somebody
still be
else
sitting here.
to host.
Oh, don't do that. Why would you say that? Hold on. It's only at the end. This is something you never do as a host or talent or being a pundit or anything like that. If they don't like it, they could get somebody else. Say that again, Joe.
Told there's going to be a news feed replacing us, we will be in our
We'll be
chairs.
sitting here.
Yeah, and the news feed will be us, or they can get
We'll
somebody
still be
else.
sitting here.
Oh. And Mika's like, Joe, shut up. This is our bread and butter. We're going to go to the Hamptons next week. What's wrong with you? We lose this and we have to get regular jobs like regular people. Say that again, Joe, one more time.
News feed will be us, or they can get
We'll
somebody
still be
else
sitting here.
to host the show.
Oof. And see, right there. Mika's like, shut up, Joe. Shut up. Because here's the thing. Yes, corporate media makes its bread and butter off of its talent. You know, we've seen its heavyweights here and there. And occasionally corporate media will go after some of its long-standing hosts. I mean, there was a time when Bill O'Reilly was untouchable. Hell, there was a long time where a lot of pundits were untouchable, but as soon as they start getting a little bit more frisky, as soon as they really start pushing the edge, if management says you're fired, Morning Blow, you're fired. I mean, look what happened to Keith Olbermann, man. That guy's been reduced to yelling out of his fancy New York apartment. That's it. Who once used to be on CNN and MSNBC, had a very popular show, and then one day he tripped over his cock thinking that he was the big shebang when really all what he was a little worm, and that was it. That was the end. Mika, Joe, please, listen. I like laughing at you guys. But if I have to tell you, watch what you say because you will be put on that chopping block, well, gee, now I guess I think it's perfectly apropos to say, now you know what it's like to be censored. Eh? This is funny because, the gravy chain for Morning Blow might be done. Mika, Joe, don't go. Don't go. But you could tell that they're petty. You could tell that they're a little bit angry. And we should be consuming this, eating this up because it's delicious and nutritious and delicious, as it should be.